If you're already subscribed, welcome back, my darling. And if you have not yet subscribed, we're just gonna give you a minute. Oh yeah, and by the way, while you're down there subscribing, because I have faith that you will, be sure that you turn the bell on, and you turn the bell on for all notifications and become a part of the Morgan Shay Notify gang, 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 gang. So today, I first just want to say welcome to all of the new subscribers who have joined in the past literally 24 hours. I am so excited. I was not expecting for that many people to view my video that was up yesterday. I'll have it linked up in the cards right now. I'm spray tanned to the goddamn God, so I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know, man. I tried to say sorry, but then I thought you're not really sorry, so let's not be fake, you know? But anyways, I just wanted to say welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. You have no idea how excited that I am that you're here. And I upload 5 times a week. If it's not Tuesday, if it's not Saturday, you've got a video coming. So be sure that you have your notifications cut on, because as soon as I'm done editing a video, it goes up. So welcome. But today I thought I would mix it up a little bit. Not really. Anytime that I run a poll on Instagram, I don't even know why I bother, because you guys literally are like, bitch, what are you even asking us for? Don't ask us again. And I'm like, Jesus, okay, God, I'm so sorry that I asked you what kind of content you wanted. I'm so sorry. It's always a story time, always. And luckily for you guys, so much shit has happened to me in my life. We could do a story time every day for the next like 5 years, and we probably still would not get through all of the chaos. Like, it's a problem. This is going to be about my horrifying gynecologist experience. And when I say horrifying, bitch, this was horrifying, okay? And this is gonna go back to when I was 21 years old, okay? And my friend's mom at the time, we'll call her, I don't know, Karen, okay? Karen is talking to me and my friend about going to the gynecologist. And I was like, shit, you know, I probably should go too. You know, I really need to get some birth control, like whatever. I need to get my coochie checked out, you know? It's never a bad time to get your puss looked at. You know what I'm saying? So we all make appointments to go to the gynecologist. It was like gonna be this, you know, cute little gynecologist hangout sesh, whatever. And at the time, I didn't have like a set gynecologist. And the reason for that is the one that I had like started going to when I was like 18 years old, he no longer had an office. And that's a whole separate ass story. And if you want to know the story of what happened and why that doctor lost his practice, let me know down below, and you guys know I'll tell you the story. So first of all, this gynecologist was in a whole ass separate town. Number 2, if you're familiar or you know where I live, please do not share it down below. But if you know the area that I live in, this is like the hick town that's near where I live. And this is where my friend and her mom lived. So whatever, whatever. And this is like before like Yelp, okay? So it's not like we can go on Yelp and see like what are the reviews of this doctor in Hicktown, USA, you know? So whatever, we go. I've always been like a chill, like in the moment type bitch anyway. So I'm down for whatever. Like, I'm down. Like, if he was 1 star, I'd be like, what is he about to do to my puss? But I really want to know, you know? So we get in the car, we go, we all had the same day appointment, and we were like 30 minutes behind one another. And I was the one to go back first. Now, the reason why I've given Karen a name is because they ended up pulling Karen as well. Y'all, when we go back to the goddamn room, when I get back there to the goddamn room, It is a big room. I'm talking like large and in charge. I'm talking like the size of like a full-on living room, okay? And there's 2 curtains, okay? One is pulled and one is not. So I'm sitting there on the bed. I have no clue that there is another human person on the other side of that curtain. I would have never imagined they would have put me in a room with a body I don't even know behind a curtain. Y'all, do you know where this is headed? There's another person behind the goddamn curtain. So I sat there and I start to hear them like, they're like humming, like singing. They're like, I'm like, oh, hell no. There's no way. There is no way. Wait a minute. There's no way. There's literally no goddamn way they put me in here with another bitch. There's no way. And I'm like, excuse me? And she pulls the curtain. She's like, hey, girl. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Literally 10 minutes later, here comes Karen. And they put her in the bed next to me and pull the curtain. I'm like, wait a minute. Is he about to look at all of our pussies like together? What is about to happen? So I'm sitting there and I'm so confused, you guys. And y'all, Karen and my friend, this was their gynecologist. So they were used to this. They didn't tell me anything about it. I'm thinking like, what the actual fuck? So I text my friend and I'm like, why did you not tell me that I would be in a room and like other people are in here? Like we're all about to get our pussies examined together. Why did you not tell me? She was like, oh, is that weird? I said, abso-freaking-lutely. I've never been to a gynecologist where there's anybody else in the room but me and the doctor, like ever in my life. Also, I had never had a female gynecologist. And not that I was worried about that or anything, but it is important to the story. Okay. So she was female. Okay. So anyways, she comes in the room, she says hi to Karen, and then she walks by me, says, hey, hi Morgan. I'm like, hi. And then she goes to the other girl's room, curtain, whatever, not even a room, like walks over to the other girl, does her full on ass appointment. Myself and Karen hear everything going on with her. I mean, what the frick? Like, what if something was like wrong with her? Like, what if she wanted to be, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if something was going on and she maybe didn't want 2 strangers to know what was going on with her vagine? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So then the doctor walks over to me and she, you know, if you've ever been to the gynecologist, it's not like the best experience in the world. You know, there's a lot of like looking and all kinds of different things. And she was like, everything looks great, da 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 da, talking about birth control, all these things, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, give me just 1 minute. And so I sat there. She did not do this with the other girls. So I think now that the reason why she did this is because she knew that I knew Karen. So I think she thought that, you know, I was comfortable with Karen. So it was fine. And Karen was comfortable with me. So it was all good that she went ahead and started on Karen and didn't finish me. Huh? Oh my God. And the building that this gynecologist was in was a full-on damn house, people. It was like an old house that they had like turned into a doctor's office. And this room, you can tell, used to be like a full-on like master bedroom. Like there's like the doors to like a walk-in closet. There's like a little hallway. Like, you know how it goes to like a master bathroom. Yeah. So I'm like, God, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. So I'm just like, hey, can I go to the restroom? And she's like, yeah, it's down that hall. Y'all, this bathroom had like a tub, like a shower, like it was a master bathroom. It had like a his and her vanity. Like, I'm like, where the fuck am I at right now? This has got to be a goddamn joke. This has got to be. It's literally got to be. There's just no way. So I come back in, she's still talking to Karen. And another person, literally right after I sat down, the nurse walks another human body past Karen, past me, into the other curtain. I'm like, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is a goddamn lie. This is a joke. And I don't care that this was a decade ago or not. This is so not it, sis. And I called like 2 weeks ago just to see if like they're still in business, and they're not. And I'm sure it's because somebody like went to this place for the first time and was like, this is not ethical. But me, I'm just like, you know, dealing with it because I'm Morgan, and shit happens like this to me all of the fucking time. She literally finishes with Karen, walks by me and says, just 1 minute, honey, and walks over to the new person. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. There is no way that this is real life. There is no way that she has now handled 2 vaginas, working on a 3rd before she even looks at my puss, before she even diagnoses me, tells me I'm good. So I don't know what's going on down there. I'm like over here like praying, like, why is she waiting on me last? Like, please don't let me have something going on down there, you know? Oh my God. So she just kind of like asked the girl to like get in her like little gown and, you know, put her feet up on the pedestals, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've been to a gynecologist, you know what the move is, okay? Comes back over there to me, and she was like, okay, thank you so much for being patient. You're so patient. I appreciate you so much. I'm like, yeah, bitch. But like, we still haven't even talked about my birth control or nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I really want to do birth control. I don't like the pills, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had, like, I'm just like a live in the moment ass bitch. So I forget to take the pills all the time. It's literally pointless. I might as well just be out there just wearing condoms and like keeping my fingers crossed, because like I don't take the pills. And I had just started dating this guy, and that was another thing I forgot. Things come back to me. It's been a long time ago, guys. You got to forgive me. But I had just started dating a guy and like was having sex. So I wanted birth control. And oh my God, guys. So we end up figuring out something with birth control. She ended up putting like one of the NuvaRing things in, okay? Literally the next time that me and my boyfriend had sex, it fell out. I didn't know. He ends up full on making his bed, doesn't know. He's like, babe, I found like something in my bed and I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, can you tell me what it is? And I was like, oh my God, I think that's my birth control. And I called this gynecologist, and she's like, oh yeah, that happens. And I full on told her, I was like, I want something that is like going to work, because I am sexually active. I just got a new boyfriend. We're in our honeymoon phase. So you know how that is. Like, if you're sexually active, you know how it is to be in the honeymoon phase with your man. It's like on like Donkey Kong all the time. Like, we're down to do it all the time because we're obsessed with each other. We're in love, and we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. You know how it is. Needless to say, bitch, 4 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Unfortunately, I did have a miscarriage, but I did get pregnant. We had only been together literally 2 months. It was a whole ass situation. But that is about the time that I went to a horrifying gynecologist, not to mention that they took cash only. Literally. So I had to leave the gynecologist, go down to the only gas station in this town with an ATM, get cash out, go back and pay for my gynecologist visit. And they didn't even give you condoms. And I'm like, that's sus as hell, because every gynecologist I've ever been to before and after that has given you condoms. Where's my brown bag full of condoms? Because every other gynecologist I've ever been to has. That's sus as fuck, is it not? But yeah, I went to a gynecologist and she put me in a room with other people. Like, how weird, bro. And then I'm like so sure she didn't put my IUD or whatever it's called in right, because I have never, and that's the same birth control that I've used the remainder of any time that I've been on birth control, and it's never done that before. It's never done that since. Never, never, never. But what made me think of this is a friend of mine was talking about going to the gynecologist, and I was like, you know what, I need to too. And so I made an appointment with my gynecologist, and I was like, oh my God, girl, let me tell you about this story. And she was like, oh my God, you need to make a video about that. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's all you got to say. It'll be my next one. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to call and see if they're open, because if they are, I'm going to go again and see how it goes. And she's like, bitch, you're nuts. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'll go and see if they still do the same thing, but they're not. They're not. They closed in like 2012, like a year after I went there, which I'm sure the state come and done their like inspection or whatever and was like, you cannot do this. Or somebody went and was like, what the fuck? Where am I at? But yeah, you guys, I hope you did enjoy this story. Oh my gosh, there's so much shit that I have been reminiscing on. As you guys know, since I started my channel, I've started to like write a book full on of all the stuff that's happened to me in my life, and me and Chris will talk about it, or I'll be talking to family and something will come up and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot all about that. And as you guys know, I'm a recovering addict, so some things I had completely forgotten about, and friends or family or someone has reminded me and I've rewritten it down. And it's like, as soon as they mention it, I'm like, oh my God, yes. And I'm just like, da, 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 da. So yeah, guys, buckle up. 2021 is full of some bomb ass stories. Also, if you're curious as to how I got this makeup look, go and send me a friend request down on Facebook. I will accept your friend request. I go live literally 2 to 3 times a day. But yeah, you guys, I love you all so very much. Be sure that you're following me on all other social media as well. And until next time, bye.